What's going on? How are ya? How you doing? I hope you're doing all right. I'm not doing all right. I'm in a fucking depressed mood. I really am. I just, you know what? I think the way you stay out of depression is you just give up hope. And then you just sit back and you just got to fucking laugh at the whole thing. But you can't because there's like kids involved. You know? Bill, what are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the fact it's been over 100 degrees out, and it's going to be that way for like 5 straight days out here. And, like, if you read up on this shit, since the late 1950s, scientists were warning corporations and politicians that these days were coming. They did fucking nothing about it. They just kept taking the paychecks from the evil cunts. They started making shit. What is the stuff where you design it to break? Design obsolescence or whatever the fuck that they did. So you just had to keep throwing your shit out. They put repairmen out of business. You just had to keep buying the new thing. We just kept throwing the shit in the ocean. And now here we are. Here we are, right? And then what are these fucking news corporations going to do? Who allegedly love this country and are allegedly trying to steer us into a bluer or redder future, whatever the fuck their politics are. What are they doing? Nothing. All they're going to do is just do what they do to make money, is scare the herd. Now you're going to see a bunch of fucking articles about water and the scarcity of water and all of that, and they're just going to pit us against each other as they're up there banging hookers, eating crab. I give up. I fucking give up. It was easier to give up when you could just go outside. But, like, the level of fucking... I mean, I went outside this morning to shut off the lights, you know. I guess I shouldn't leave those on, huh? It's a waste of shit, right? Maybe I should get a gun instead of leave the lights on. That's better for global warming. Don't leave your lights on all night. Let the burglar come in, kill the burglar. Now you just ended somebody's carbon footprint. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. 2 minutes, 39 seconds in, we came up with a solution where I can make my little corner of the earth a little better. Anyway. And I know they're out here, they're telling people to use less water. And I know good and goddamn well all the rich people out here, like, that doesn't apply to us. And they're fucking doing whatever the fuck it is that they want to do. Having a water orgy. That'll be the new way to display wealth. You know, in hip-hop videos in the future, rappers will be dumping Fiji water on some stripper's ass. You know, that'll be the new Cristal. Oh, well. Well, you know what? You can only die once. Here's one. Would you rather fucking dry out like this or freeze to death? I don't know. I don't even tell you about it. Like, I don't even know. I'm like fucking like just sitting here in air conditioning thinking like I'm just adding to it just being more hot outside. How do you think this ends? You seen that shit where they have all that, they have like all this underground what that the government has, like these underground like fucking super bunkers with enough food for like 30 years. I think that's their game plan. It's just self-preservation. Because then what's going to happen is you're going to be down there. But this is the thing, though. Oh, that's a good sci-fi movie. Is then they get down there, right? And they survive. And then everybody dies up top, right? And then they're down there. What are they going to do after a while? Huh? They're going to be banging each other, right? Which means they're going to be making kids. And then they're only going to have a certain supply of food. Because everything above ground is going to be too goddamn hot and dead, right? It's all burned up. You can't do anything, right? You just got to stay on, and then their survival is they're going to have to live underground, and eventually, you know, oh my God, they're going to start eating each other. And then how does that work? Do the young eat the old? Do the olds keep making younger ones so they got something to eat? How does it work? You know what I mean? What are the rules? Is every race invited? Like, you know, what part of the menu does a white baby go on versus... or we could try to fuck. Why can't we work together? I don't know. It's like fucking Real Housewives. I don't understand why everybody can't just be like, all right, let's just step back, take a fucking break. You know why? Because you know why? Because God makes sociopaths. That's why. And God makes slack-jawed, mouth-breathing fucking morons that just prevents it from working. That's basically what it is. So I would think, here's the one. What if they just somehow, they came up with a test and they just figured out how to get rid of anybody who isn't empathetic? You know? I'd say anybody who wasn't racist or homophobic, but everybody has degrees of that. Like, there's no fucker. I don't care how open-minded you are. There is a social situation that you can get put in where you're going to be like, I have to get the fuck out of here. I'm not comfortable. So, I guess I'm saying there's no solution. But it is football season. Anyway, I've been having a great week back here as far as like hanging out with the kids, despite the fact it's been so friggin' hot. Dude, it was so hot I had to literally, you know, which also adds to global warming, is I hadn't, you know, flown a helicopter in fucking forever, and I was going to forget how to do it. I had to do it at like fucking 8 in the morning. And I'm up there like, and I'm spraying low lead fuel into the atmosphere. So what am I doing? Oh man, we've gotten ourselves this podcast. This is too deep. This is too deep for me. All right, it's just fucking too much, man. I have been seeing things on there saying that global warming is a lie. This planet can sustain 18 billion people. It's just like, is that right? And just exactly what does that look like? I mean, that swirl of trash that we've achieved. I'm going to look at it positively, that we achieved. All the shit that we've thrown out from all the shit that we bought that we didn't need, or it was designed to break so we'd have to buy another one, is now like 2 miles deep and like 1.5 times the size of Texas. The last time I had the balls to even look at it. That's what 7 billion people did. So you want to double that, plus you want to go 1.5 more. I don't know about that. That's why, you know, you would have thought Mother Nature would have come a little harder with COVID. You know, we're still out fucking whatever she can come with. You know, it's kind of like that Ohio State game. For as much as Notre Dame showed up and played their A game, they weathered the storm, and then they just kept fucking going. They put a couple of dents in the side of their refrigerator, but they didn't tip it over. Is that a new sports analogy, Bill? Is that the Food Network meets the fucking SEC?